Just a quick disclaimer, the person I'm making fun of in this video is a D&D streamer named Arcadum who's recently been accused of some pretty nasty stuff by 10 women and counting. The reason I'm saying this is because I'm only going to be making fun of one of his Discord calls and I don't want to take away from like the seriousness of the situation, so I'm going to be leaving a link to some of the TWITLONGERS about them alongside some videos going over the entire situation. So yeah, keep all that in mind while watching. What's going on guys, I'm Psychic, and this is how to ruin your Twitch career in T-3 seconds featuring Arcadum. Step 1. The first step to ruining any Twitch career is to be an overly sensitive, narcissistic 31-year-old mega pussy with 8th grader syndrome. Make sure you don't forget, the whole world is against you, and everybody, including your close friends, are out to get you. Arcadum did this perfectly when he freaked out at one of his close friends when she had the nerve to let him know he had said something that bothered her. Now, when I play this clip, I want you all to focus on the lack of accountability he takes when talking to her. He knows that he's completely in the right and he has no trouble making sure she knows that.
I didn't mean any insult when I said what I said. It was very tame compared to what all the rest of us were doing and talking about.
For sure.
You joined in and you had every opportunity to see that coming before you joined in of how we were talking.
I came in literally when you mentioned Neve, like to the stream.
Then that is not my fault, nor is what happened to you this weekend, nor is what happened to me.
Of course.
Your fault either. My point is that this is basically how this is going to go down, the way I look at it. You joined in, I took a soft shot at you, very tame. The same thing I would have said to anyone else, and that obviously hurt your feelings. That's not how I meant it. Nobody else there thought that's how that was meant. Nobody listening thought that's how it meant at all.
I mean, in response to that, like one person in the call was like, "Oh, bro," like in that kind of tone, and a few people in chat said it was too far.
Well, okay. First of all, people in chat are going to exasperate everything, and if you're using them as your argument, it's not a good argument.
Step 2. Assert your dominance in the lamest way imaginable by being needlessly aggressive and reminding the person confronting you how much of an inconvenience they're being.
Come on.
Okay, dude, I'm just saying that...
Anyway, like I was saying before I was interrupted, so now we move on to this point. I will no longer be bantering with you because I have no way of knowing as to whether or not you're going to be able to take it, because I have been very, very careful leading up to this point on what you can and can't take, and it seemed like you could. I was wrong. And the only way to ensure that this won't happen again is to not do it with you anymore. There you go. That's the solution.
I mean, if that's what you feel is necessary, okay.
That is the solution.
But we've literally been bantering for like a year and a half and I've never had
which
issues.
Which is why I felt comfortable that I could do something, especially something that's soft.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
What was your intention? That you would message me in the middle of the night after I was laying down saying that was uncalled for and too far?
Step 3. Guilt trip the person confronting you by letting them know how tragic your life is. Do the Twitch fame. Maybe throw out some calculations to show how shallow you think those around you are.
I mean, do you think that if you didn't do D&D that people wouldn't be friends with you? Like, that's not the case.
Yes. No. I know that's you, in fact, I can give you a percentage. It is actually, I believe it is 17.8% of the people that I run D&D for will continue to be my friends once the game is done.
So, by the way, only 17.8% of you are subscribed to... I'm just kidding. But seriously, if you enjoy the content, like and subscribe. It helps out a lot.
I have that number for you. I have made that calculation. I have made that calculation 4 separate occasions. The evidence is empirical. So, sorry. But that statement that, do you think they'll stop being your friends, is actually yes, as much as you might not like it to be. We don't live in a world of what we'd like to be. We live in a world of realities, and that's the reality of it, is that 17.8% of you will not talk to me again. Now, those numbers are probably going to be more bloated onto the passivity due to my position as a streamer. I haven't done the recalculations based off of that yet, but I can tell you unequivocally that the use of D&D in order to make friends has a 17.8% retention rate. That's the tragedy that I live.
Also, make sure to treat the person confronting you as though they are some sort of movable object, such as a chess piece. Remember, this is your world. They're just living in it.
You only got 2 layers of sympathy this time, not the normal 6 that I give to you. I'm sorry if that sounds aloof or cold, but that's literally all this is to me, is just numbers. Each person has a different level of sympathy that I give them, and I allot that as much as my mind can take.
Step 4. Let the person know that you are a twisted fucking psychopath. By being a little sussy, but not too sussy, remember, this interaction only shows a fraction of your power. You of course show this by making an Among Us reference.
I normally don't talk about this kind of stuff because it makes people treat me differently. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't talk about it. They either don't believe me at all, and they think I'm a liar, I'm delusional, or even worse, they believe me and then they watch everything that they say around me. That's why I don't tell people it. That's also why I don't play Among Us.
I mean, who knows just how much damage Arcadum could do in Medbay. And also, just a quick side note, I've never actually seen this guy play Among Us, but I'm almost 100% convinced he gets personally offended if he gets voted off. Step 5. Repeat the previous steps with everyone who's close to you until you've got this guy on your case, and you'll ruin your Twitch career in no time. Anyways, I'm Psychic, and this is how to ruin your Twitch career in T-3 seconds featuring Arcadum. Before the video ends, I'd just like to point out that I got this Discord call from Naomi's, who's the person he was talking to on the calls, from their TWITLONGER. It's almost like an hour long, and the only thing that set him off was the fact that she let him know that he made a comment about her, like about not being invited to parties, and like she let him know that that doesn't sit right with her. And like that's what set him off, you know. It's just insane.